Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. In today's episode, we will learn how to manually create BPM as a DJ. And in this episode, and in this tutorial, we will be using virtual DJ. And when you understand how to create the BPM yourself, you can use any other software of your choice. What I've realized is a lot of people are facing this problem and they seem not to get a solution to it. That's why I decided to record this video. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you'll get notification whenever I upload tutorials like this and help me grow my channel. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. So without wasting much time, let's get to it. But before we start, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what is BPM? BPM is an abbreviation of beat per minute. And beat per minute is a method of assigning a numerical value to a tempo. It's a self-explanatory and it indicates the number of beats in 1 minute. So for instance, a tempo of 60 BPM would mean that the beat sounds exactly once per second. And 120 BPM tempo would be twice as fast with 2 beats per second. So in this case, you can use a stopwatch to check the number of BPM in any song or any music, but that will stress you up. That's why I've decided to record this tutorial, and we will have to calculate it. So I created a formula for it to be easy and simple for you to understand. Without this formula, it will be difficult for you to create your own BPM. So the formula we will be using is, first of all, the more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deducts. Secondly, the more you reduce or deduct the numbers of the BPM, the more the beat adds up. Okay, let me repeat that. The more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deducts. Or the more you reduce or deduct the numbers of the BPM, the more the beat adds up. So simple as that. And don't forget to write the formula down, because that's what we'll be using in the whole tutorial. Let me repeat that again. The more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deducts. And the more you reduce or deduct the numbers of the BPM, the more the beat adds up. So from here, we will have to try our hands on it and see how it goes. So this is the song we'll be using to try our hands on it. It's the Nchambo Colors of Love. And the BPM, 80 BPM is not the original BPM of the song. But this is what we will be trying our hands on. And to make it easier for you, first of all, you will have to create a starting point of the music. That's a cue point, so that it will be easy to create the BPM. In our next tutorial too, we will learn more about creating the cue point. So in this tutorial, we will go deep into how to create a cue point. Creating a cue point, in my way of creating the cue point, I always start on a beat. Yes, that's how I create my beat, my cue point. That does not mean yours should be the same. there are different ways of creating cue points. So in our next video, we will learn how to create the cue point so that you will understand the whole thing. So in this case, I'll create it myself. This is where the beat starts. Where the beat starts and where I'm creating my cue point. You can see I made a mark there. So that's where we will be using as our starting point. Yeah, I would say starting point. Yes. And we will be using 4 loops to check our BPM. You can use 2, you can use 4, you can use 8, you can use 16. But then if we use 16, it will take a lot of time to be able to reach where we want the track to get back to our starting point. That's why I'm using 4 to do this the whole tutorial. This place is excess. It's where we don't need. We will have to cut it off. Yes, we will have to cut it off. We don't need this place. So as I said, the formula is the more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deduct. And the more you reduce or deduct the numbers of the BPM, the more the beat adds up. And in this case, we want to reduce or deduct the beat because we don't need this excess. So we will be using the first formula. The more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deducts. So this is the formula we will be using. So when we have to add numbers to the BPM. But we will have to do it gradually. We don't have to add big numbers to it. We have to add a little at a time and try if we've got it or not. So this one I'll be adding 10 BPM to the original number because this one is 80. We will add 10 to it, making it 90 and see if we are getting it or not. So we'll be adding 10 BPM to make it 90. So after adding the 10 to 80, making 90, you have to bring the song back to its starting point. That's the cue point. And change the parameter, the loop, and see if we still have excess or not. As you can see, it's not hitting on the beat. That means we still have small excess, or we still have excess. We still have a place where we will have to cut it off. So we are still using the first formula. The more you reduce, the more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces. So we will still continue to add 10 BPM numbers to the 90, making it 100, and see if we are getting it or not. And remember, after adding the numbers, we will have to bring the track back to its starting point and change or reactivate the loop, the 4 beats per minute loop, not the 8, the 4, and see if we are getting it or not. So I'll have to bring the track back and reactivate the loop. Remember I told you we can use 8 beats per minute, or the loop, the 8 beat loop. We can use that one and it wouldn't be a problem. But then it will delay, it will take off a lot of your time because the song have to hit the beat and come back to a starting point. So if you use 8 loop, it will take a lot of time before it comes back. That's why we are using 4. So let's use the 4. So we are done creating the BPM. It's almost there. Not there yet, but it's almost there. Remaining a little. We are still cutting off the excess, the place where we don't need. but you can see it's almost done. Let's continue adding the 10 and see the result, if we will have to reduce the 10 or not. Remember, we will have to deactivate the loop and reactivate it and see. After doing that, you can see it has taken a part of where we need. It has taken part of where we need more of it, which is not the right way. So we'll have to reduce the 10. We have to reduce it. So we are reducing it and making it 4. And try and see if 4 is the actual number that we should add it to. When we added the 4, it has still taking part of where we need. So we will still have to reduce the 4, making it 3, and try and see if we will get it correct. Almost done, but still you have to take a little part of it, and I'm sure after taking this part it will be over, it will be okay. So as we've been reducing, we've been taking off one beat at a time. Let's take it off again and see if we will get it, making it 102 BPM.
See your love me, cool me bag. 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 See your love me, cool me bag.
Yes, we've got it. The beats per minute, the BPM should be 108. But in when you are you get to this point, you are not done yet. You will still have to check if it's okay with other loops. Remember, you created it with 4 beats, 4 loop. You created it with 4 loops, so you have to try other loops and see if it's hitting the right beat, it's hitting on the beat. So this time we will be changing it to 8 and try if we will still get it. Then from there we will change it to other loops and see how that one too works. If it doesn't work, or if your BPM is not correct, you will see that it won't hit on the beat. Yes, so this one, yes, let's start with 2. Then we move to 4 and see if it will still hit.
See your love me, cool me bag. See your love me, cool me bag. See your love me, cool me bag.
Next, then we move to 8.
Cool me bag. I see your love me, cool me bag.
If you get it correct, if you get the 8 correct, then you move it to 16.
I see me be pump your show, mama.
You are supposed to get it correctly. If it doesn't, then you still have to work on your BPM. But if it does, try moving it to 32. That will be the last. If you hit on the beat, you are done with the BPM. Very simple. Very, very simple. Yes. So you can see it. We were able to create the BPM correctly because it's hitting on the beat. So I'll go over the BPM again, the formula. I call it Kaza's formula because it's my formula. I tried creating it myself. No one taught me that. So the more you reduce sorry, the more you add the numbers of the BPM, the lesser the beat reduces or deducts. And the more you reduce or deduct the numbers of the BPM, the more the beat adds up. That's the formula we use in the whole tutorial, so don't forget that. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. And remember, please subscribe to my channel and help me grow my channel, so that I'll be able to create more tutorials as time goes on, because I have a lot of tutorials to create. Thank you for watching.